want to start by saying that to the public, don't panic, because I know coming out of COVID, whenever we see anything happening at a health facility, we start to get panicky. Don't panic. What's happening is we recognize that we kind of have an upsurge in the number of people who are coming to the health facilities, but for the regular normal stuff that they come to the health facilities for. The thing though is that they seem to be sicker, which means they need to be hospitalized, and when they are hospitalized, they are staying for longer than they did before. Yeah, so we now have a situation where we have very, very high occupancies in our wards, which means there are people who are, as the release says, in A&E who are literally waiting to be admitted into the wards. So what we've agreed to do is simply to stop the things that are non-essential. So if you were coming in for a surgery that is an elective surgery, meaning you could wait a week or two to get it done, we're going to say to you, let's wait a week or two, because even if it is an elective surgery, when you're done, you would still need to be warded. And we don't have the space right now to ward additional people. So it's really just a time for us to balance back what is happening at the hospital, so that we could get back to a kind of normal, regular state. Nothing to be too worried about. We do have other health facilities, and we also have expanded. So we have the health centers that are the regular health centers, but we also have the expanded health centers. You know, we have 𝗘𝗠𝗘𝒏𝒂𝒓𝒐𝒖𝒈𝒉 and of course at 𝗘𝗠𝒘𝒂𝒓𝒏𝒆𝒓𝒂𝒍. So that is what we are also encouraging people to do. Instead of flocking to Signal Hill because you have a relatively simple ailment, see if you could get the assistance at another health facility, and only go to Signal Hill if it is absolutely critical, if it is absolutely dire. So yes, you are correct. That is one of the areas that we are hoping people would listen to and pay attention to, because you will go to the A&E and you would end up having to sit there for a long time simply because we are running out of space and we are running out of resources to treat with you. It is not, we've actually been looking at this trend, as in the staff at the TRHA has been sharing data with me over the last couple months, where we have been seeing it trending upwards. So I've actually tasked the TRHA with thinking about how we can improve this. Do we need to expand facilities at the hospital? What exactly do we need to do? And they have been working through some of the plans, which we will be rolling out shortly, because we recognize that, sadly, it seems like Tobagonians are generally getting sicker, or are generally unhealthier. So when they get sick, it's taking a little bit more from them to recover. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So because of that, we recognize we have an aging population, we have a slightly unhealthier population, so we have to prepare for it now. But I want to use this opportunity to tell people to probably take stock of themselves as well. Do like what I did. I recognized that I was getting unhealthy. I was gaining weight, my cholesterol was going up and so forth. And I actively started doing what needed to happen to reduce that. And that's what we're also asking the population to do. But yes, part of what the team is actually currently doing is working with the primary care system to figure out how we can expand primary care to ensure that it does more of the preventative and the primary prevention that is needed. And that would then prevent people from having to go to the hospital. So yes, you are smack on correct, but it's not just doing outreach programs. We are actually trying to redesign how we provide primary health care services, how we provide services in the health centers, so that we can reach more people to prevent them from going to the hospitals. So yes, so the 48 hours is really to get us the balance back. Let me probably make this clear. If you have a life-threatening situation, go to the hospital. Don't stay home. Go to the hospital. It is for the people who may not have life-threatening issues that we're telling to stay away, to find another facility. So yes, it is one that needed guts, but I think what we need to do is communicate. And I think that is where we've been falling down at the TRHA generally. We need to let the public know this is what we're dealing with, this is what we need help with, this is what we need you to do. And that is why we made the decision to communicate with the public. Better for us to let people know this is what's happening, so that you as the public can make an informed decision. So we have been experiencing, and stress is actually a good word. We have been experiencing high rates of admissions, and because we have the high rates of admissions, we have obviously what you get on the other end is people in A&E who need to be admitted, unable to being admitted. That is stress. That is stressful. It's stressful to the staff, it's stressful to the patients, it's stressful. I have no challenge with saying that. What we are doing is recognizing that and putting measures in place to alleviate it in the short term, but also thinking through what we can do in the longer term to prevent it from happening in the future.